Christian Kirk, deep to our right. Adam Griffith getting set to kick it away. In 38 kickoffs this season, he has 15 touchbacks. No kicks have gone out of bounds. 84 degrees, sunny skies, limited humidity, and finally, the indication, let's play some SEC football. The kick will be going left to right. Hope you can hear us over the din of this crowd. The kick is in the air. Christian Kirk lets it go all the way out of the end zone. There you go. A touchback, the 16th of the year, and that's the best thing you can do. A few guys getting in one another's faces over on the far side near the numbers at the 30-yard line, but everybody parts peaceably enough. And the Aggies, who chose to take the football to start the ball game, will be going to work 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Yeah. Kyle Allen, the starting quarterback.
Adam Griffiths did his job there, banging that ball through the end zone, and now A&M will come on the field with their familiar four-wide receiver spread passing attack.
Kirk and Ratley are out there. Reynolds and Ricky Seals-Jones going to the far side. Now 3 go to the far side, 1 to the near side. Shotgun. They play action fake it. Rolling right as the quarterback. Looks tipped by Alabama into the hands of the receiver, Christian Kirk. It'll be complete for a first down, nearly an interception. It was tipped by Bama and picked off on the catch at the 43-yard line. So Kyle Allen got away with one right there. Should well have been an interception by the Tide. Now 1st and 10 from their own 42. Here's the give. Carson goes up to the right side, gets to the 45. Reggie Ragland is there to stop him on that off-tackle run.
Yeah, A&M tried to move Kyle Allen the first play on a design bootleg, and Alabama got a finger on it, but Kirk was still able to come down with it.
Ronnie Harrison still ticked at himself out there for not having intercepted that play. Here again, play action. Allen loads up and throws a high riser far side, broken up by Alabama's Cyrus Jones. Ricky Seals-Jones, no relation to Cyrus, both there for the play, but it was broken up by Cyrus and Eddie Jackson. It'll be a second down upcoming.
Yeah, nice job by the Alabama defensive backs reacting to a wheel route by Ricky Seals-Jones. He went to the flat and then up the boundary. He appeared open for a moment, but Kyle Allen late with the ball, Alabama able to break it up.
It'll be a 3rd down and 6. I believe I said second. It's 3rd down and 6. Football for the Aggies on their own 47-yard line. Kyle Allen in the shotgun, has a man in the slot, Carson. He'll deploy. Allen is hit as he throws. The ball is loose. It's a lateral. It's covered up after Jonathan Allen hits him, and it's taken by Carson, who is then downed at the 42-yard line. Great hard hit by Jonathan Allen. Knocked the ball loose. Reggie Ragland and Tim Williams finally cover up Trey Carson. The play loses back to the 42, and the Aggies will punt it away. Great penetration by Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, I tell you, Jonathan Allen got a clean shot on Kyle Allen, drove him into the turf, and that was a welcome to the SEC West right there. Jonathan Allen on Kyle Allen.
Now Drew Kaiser, a high snap to the man who kicks 50-yarders routinely. Cyrus Jones says fair catch and makes it back at his own 5-yard line. So Alabama starting in that predictable hole, which we had talked about because of the regularity. That was a 54-yard punt, the 12th punt out of 19 that have gone for 50 yards or better. We've got timeout on the field with 13:27 remaining in the opening quarter. So the Crimson Tide in their white road uniforms will break. It'll be the pistol formation. Now they shift out of that as Derrick Henry lines up to the right side of Coker. Now he'll go back into the pistol with wideouts two either way. Handoff. Derrick goes far side behind the nice lead block of Ardarius Stewart out across the 10 to the 14-yard line. Good lead blocking by Ardarius, and that's going to be a key. A lot of folks think Bama offensive line can get some good shove on the defensive front of the Aggies.
Yeah, and Alabama in 3 wides, A&M in a nickel.
Here's the give. Derrick Henry going left, runs into his own men, bounces off and gets out to the 20 for a first down. So he bounced off Alphonse Taylor, then just adjusted a bit and went the rest of the way for that first down.
Well, Bama operating at the line of scrimmage here, but A&M's in their nickel package, which means there's 5 defensive backs on the field, a 4-man box. The invitation to run is there for the Crimson Tide.
Here now the snap into the shotgun. They fake the give and throw near side. Taken there by Calvin Ridley. He gets out across the 25 to the 26-yard line on the first high percentage pass of the day by Jake Coker. Of course, Bama now having already picked up their first down of the ball game. Brought to you by ATIX. Let ATIX be your ticket connection for all Bama football games. That's AAATIX.com. The Crimson Tide now with a second down play. Coker across the middle on the slant to Mullaney. He's got it out to the 35-yard line, and another Crimson Tide first down. So Alabama going quickly and efficiently here.
Yeah, real nice catch by Richard Mullaney, but he comes up limping on that ankle that's been problematic for him, but an excellent hands catch by the senior from Oregon State.
We'll keep an eye on that. Chris will as well. 1st and 10 Alabama from the 34. Here's the toss back to Derrick Henry off a pretty block. He breaks into the secondary. He's across midfield and gets to the 45. Alphonse Taylor and Dominic Jackson, but in particular Alphonse, threw a great block opening things up for the rumbling run of El Tractorcito.
Yeah, just a straight toss play to the perimeter, and A&M is not a good tackling team out in space, much less against Derrick Henry.
The toss back to Derrick again. He gets out inside the 45 to the 42. Justin Evans, the strong safety, and A.J. Hilliard, the middle linebacker, come up to meet him, but nevertheless, he moves the chains for 3.5 yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Alabama really pressing the issue here, making A&M defend their ground, and right now attacking downhill. This Alabama offense looks crisp in the early going.
Cam Sims and Derek Keefe are in at wide receiver. Henry remains in the backfield. On the second down play, Derrick gets a handoff. Huge hole up the middle. He's got a first down inside the 35 to the 33. Dakota Ball and Dominic Jackson among those throwing, and not Dakota Ball, but Hale Henches, who was in there. He threw a nice block to spring Derrick Henry. And that's one thing we have talked about. Their defense on the rush is not spectacular. Richard Mullaney back in the lineup. 1st and 10 Bama from the Aggie 34. Keith goes in motion. They throw it his way on the far side, but they saw it coming, and they timed it perfectly, and the immediate grab. At the 40-yard line, it was timed perfectly by Richard Moore, one of their linebackers, who saw that play forming up and came charging up to get to the receiver.
Yeah, that was just a bubble pass to the perimeter. A&M reacted up to it. And now Alabama behind the sticks for the first time in this drive, looking at 2nd and 13.
From the 37-yard line. 10 minutes to go, opening quarter. Kenyon Drake in the running back spot. Michael Neiswander is in the slot right. Play clock at 4-3. Coker gets it. Hands off Drake. Nice hole inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. So they'll get some of that yardage back before Claude George made the stop. Here's a 3rd and 9 play. Alabama on the year, 34% in third down conversions.
Well, the good news is Eli Bama's driven it from their 6 to the Aggie 33, and this is the first 3rd down that Alabama's faced. So they've really been effective on 1st and 2nd down. That's part of the strategy here today. Let's see if the Tide can pick this one up.
Brandon Green is in, so is Mullaney. Slotted to his right of the quarterback is Drake. Here's Coker rolling right, pumps, pulls it down, can't run. He gets to the near side and only gets a yard. He finally got run out of bounds on the near sideline at the 33, only picks up a yard, and Alabama is going to be looking at a punt situation right here.
Well, this is going to be 4th and about 8 or so from
maybe
the
they'll
33.
go with a field goal try. I don't know.
It looks like Nick Saban's going to try a field goal with Adam Griffith.
It'll be a 50-yard try, which would be Adams' longest. He had a 47 against West Virginia last year. He had a 40-yarder this year. Cole Mazza is the snapper. Cooper Bateman holds. They'll kick it off the near hash mark. No wind a factor. The snap, the spot, and a whistle before the play.
Delay of game, offense.
Delay of game on Alabama.
That will push Alabama out of field goal range, so the Tide will punt it.
Nick Saban is beside himself. He throws his hands in the air. He's gesturing wildly. Who is that on? The kicker, on the holder?
It's really on the holder because he's the quarterback in this situation, and that's Cooper Bateman this time around. But, you know, Eli, this may work out for the best anyway. It's a 50-yard field goal now. If J.K. Scott can pin A&M back, they've got a 90-plus yard field ahead of them.
Christian Kirk, who leads the SEC in punt returns, averaging 23 yards per. He is back deep. J.K. skies this one. Kirk lets it go. It'll go too far into the end zone and out for a touchback. And if nothing else, to keep the ball out of Kirk's hands, but it gives the Aggies decent field position right here. Timeout with 8:24 remaining in the opening quarter. Each team has had a possession. Bama moved the ball, but they stalled out inside the Aggie 30. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Speedy Noyle on the field now. First time today, wide to the near side. Carson, the single setback. He'll get the handoff, goes right, finds a hole, but gets slowed down enough and put away at the 23-yard line as he sliced right side, picked off by Reuben Foster there. It'll be a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and Carson is the kind of back, he's big and sturdy in the lower half of his body, but he doesn't have big speed, so Bama should be able to contain him here today.
They fake the give to him. Kyle throws near side, intercepted Bama. Minka Fitzpatrick down the right sideline. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Alabama. Touchdown, Alabama. It was a pass intended to Caden Smith, picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's got another touchdown for the Crimson Tide. The parade and consensus high school All-America just shining for Alabama.
I tell you, Eli, he's such a big-time player. He's got great instincts and ball skills, and that was actually an overthrow by Kyle Allen, and Fitzpatrick was able to eyeball it, then catch it, and take it down this near sideline for the touchdown. Big play for the true freshman.
A huge play as now the extra point try is on the way from Alabama's Adam Griffith. It is up, and it is good. And the good guys are on top by a score of 7-0. There should have been an interception earlier in the ball game. That wasn't picked off. 33-yard interception return for the touchdown, and Alabama is on top 7-0. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
Eli, that was the 39th non-offensive touchdown for Alabama under Nick Saban.
Christian Kirk is deep to field the kick. It'll be 5 yards deep, and he'll take a knee. Second touchback of the day for Adam Griffith on kickoffs this afternoon. So Kyle Allen comes back out to lead the offense one more time. You know, the interesting thing, Phil, on that last throw, the overthrow to Caden Smith, his backup tight end, Bama had a 3-man rush. It wasn't like they brought the house on the man.
Yeah, and they did an excellent job after the play-action fake of keeping Kyle Allen in the pocket. And, of course, he throws the ball, sailed it over his intended receiver, and Minka Fitzpatrick, Johnny on the spot there, takes it in for 6 points.
He had 81 completions. 81 attempts before this interception, dating back to his last one. Here now Allen with time in the backfield. Empty, it's thrown and tipped away by Alabama again. That time it was Jaron Reed who gets his meat hook out there. There's a flag on the play that comes in a little late. Third pass of the year that Jaron has broken up. Bama's right at 20 passes broken up by their defensive front this season.
Yeah, they have really mastered that technique, and Dalvin Tomlinson leads the country in that
defense
category.
number 15. 10-yard penalty.
There's a holding call on Ronnie Harrison of Alabama. First penalty of the day on the Tide. It negates that nice broken up play at the line of scrimmage and moves the football out to the 35-yard line. So Ronnie Harrison, who had that interception earlier but couldn't hang on to it and tipped it away, now guilty of the defensive hold. It'll be a 1st and 10 Aggies from the 35. They throw across the middle. Catch is made. Ricky Seals-Jones fights his way to the midfield stripe. Had a first down for the Aggies on a routine cross. Geno Matias Smith comes up to make the stop.
Yeah, they faked the bubble screen to Christian, or the tunnel screen rather, to Christian Kirk, him coming back toward the line of scrimmage, and then hit Ricky Seals-Jones back behind the Alabama defense.
15-yard gain. Now they set up the screen to the near side. It's taken by Carson coming out of the backfield, and he goes no farther than just a yard and a half. Reggie Ragland and Minka Fitzpatrick stay with him and diagnose that screen nicely. It'll be a 2nd down and 8. Aggies going in a hurry now. 3 wides to the far side, 1 to the near side. They'll give the sloppy handoff to Trey Carson. That gives Alabama's Jaron Reed plenty of time to come up the middle, helped by others to make the nice play that time. And that was just not a well-executed handoff.
Yeah, that's a 2-yard loss for the Aggies. Now look at 3rd and 10.
Here, Allen throws, steps back, loads up, looking right, goes that way in a double coverage, knocked away by Alabama, and well done by Eddie Jackson. Not a single bit of contact that could have even thought about interference. Christian Kirk was the intended receiver down the right sideline at the 15-yard line. Well played by Eddie Jackson.
Well, Eli, if you notice, Kyle Allen has a wind-up release, and so Eddie Jackson was able to read that motion and react over, and with that cornerback speed, able to knock it away. And that's one of the subtle differences of this Alabama defense. They've got 6 corners on the field, essentially, in their dime package.
Now, a 53-yard punt earlier by Drew Kaiser. Let's see what this one does. Cyrus Jones back at his 10. Kaiser gets it a bit off the side of his foot. It stops at the 21-yard line and stops dead right there. So decent field position vis-a-vis what you normally get when Drew Kaiser is out there. Just a 29-yard punt from scrimmage. And oftentimes, Phil, when you try and take something off it, you end up having a bit of an issue like he did right there.
Yeah, he tried to ease up there and fluttered it off to the right, and it ends up at essentially the 21-yard line. So Alabama catches a break there, almost like the Aggies did with the J.K. Scott punt attempt earlier that rolled into the end zone. 1st and 10
Alabama. They'll start at their own 21-yard line with Derrick Henry as the tailback. 3 wides bunched on the left side, 1 to the near side. Give to Henry, big hole, left side, kicks it outside, stiff arms a man 30. 1st down, runs to the far sideline, out of bounds, 35-yard line. Hale Hentges and Darius Stewart threw nice blocks, but Derrick Henry just sees that running room, and then he ends up stiff-arming Richard Moore to get some additional yardage. 14 yards on the 1st down on the pickup. So Bama now snaps it from their own 35. Center Ryan Kelly directing traffic with his left hand, then snaps it back. Coker throws the slant, caught by Mullaney. He gets close to the 1st down, but only a 9-yard pickup. It'll be a 2nd down and 1 to Mullaney, the senior from Thousand Oaks, California.
Well, Alabama's doing what a lot of these schools do against them. They have a paired run and pass, and they'll fake that run one way and then throw back the other. They hit Richard Mullaney there. Coker to Mullaney for 9 yards.
Man in motion, the tight end O.J. Howard goes to the left side on a delay give. Derrick Henry, he's going to go into the secondary. He's going to cut left on the defensive back. Derrick Henry is going to go all the way for a touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. Derrick Henry with great blocking goes all the way for a touchdown. My goodness gracious, 55 yards. The good guys are up 13-0.
Well, once Derrick Henry gets out into the clear, he's a runaway freight train, and the free safety for Texas A&M waved at him as he passed, and Derrick Henry takes it to the house, and Alabama on top by 2 scores. This is exactly the game plan that Nick Saban was hoping to execute today.
Extra point try by Adam Griffith is up and good, and Derrick Henry has now scored a rushing touchdown in his last 12 games. That is a brand new school record that he keeps adding on to. Now the last 2 kickoffs by Adam Griffith have been touchbacks. Let's see what he can uncork here. Christian Kirk is the deep man, standing a yard deep, and the ball blows off the tee. As we told you, there's a lot of wind up high. It's a gusty wind down low. There are 3 corners of the field. There are tunnels leading towards the outside of the stadium. Only 1 corner does not have one. And the wind on the field can tend to swirl right at the top of the blades of grass. Here comes Adam Griffith. He kicks this one end under end, backpedaling into the end zone. And another touchback. Christian Kirk takes a knee, and that's 3 touchbacks. And that's the best way to keep one of the absolute best return men in the SEC off the stat sheet.
Well, just really a nice job by Adam Griffith there. He's knocked 3 in a row into the end zone. I was watching Kevin Sumlin, the head coach, through my field glasses, and he's standing over there with hands on hip, head down, and I think he's wondering, how do we stop this runaway locomotive? It's 73-0 over the last 2 years.
And if you're an Aggie, when do you start thinking about that? We'll talk about that in a moment. Here comes Texas A&M breaking the huddle. They come to the 25-yard line after that touchback. Snap kept by the quarterback on the option. He'll pitch it out far side. It's finally hauled down as he turns the corner to the 31-yard line. So a good option look that time. Ryan Anderson finally diagnosed the play after a pickup of 6. It'll be a 2nd down and 4. Quickly to the line of scrimmage again. Kyle Allen working out of the shotgun. He's got his running back, Carson, to the left. He fakes it to him, throws far side over everybody's head. Incomplete, looking for Josh Reynolds at midfield, but it was high and incomplete. So if you're an Aggie and you've given up 73 points to a team in 2 years, when does that start playing with your mind and you're saying, uh-oh,
well,
not this again?
It will if Bama can get a stop here and one more score. I think 14-0, they feel like they're right in it. But at 21, now you really begin to lose some hope, and they're looking at a 3rd and 3 here.
Man in motion, Carson empties the backfield. Allen looks, throws across the middle. It is knocked away at the 35-yard line. Christian Kirk separated from the football by Eddie Jackson at the 35-yard line. Bama playing great physical D, and I'll tell you, the secondary just growing up in front of our eyes.
Well, Eddie Jackson, they call it pulling the pin, and he read that route coming to the inside. He broke cleanly, crisply in front of him, knocked that football away, and now A&M with an apparent punt here at 4th and 3. But Kevin Sumlin at some point's got to look for a spark in some kind of way. His offense has no answers for the Bama D right now. 2
punts for 41-yard average today for Drew Kaiser.
4:46.
They're going to reset the clock. Apparently it kept running there and shouldn't have on the incomplete pass. It says 4:38. They're going to put 4:46 on the board. I didn't know that oy vey was a Spanish term. But my partner Pedro Vela Almaguer on the Spanish network next door, I just heard him utter oy vey. I just thought that was Yiddish. I didn't know it was totally international. Or was it no mas that he said? I don't know. We'll see. Lots of football yet to play. They have adjusted the clock. Again, this will be the 3rd punt for Drew Kaiser. He has averaged 41 yards per on the 2 thus far. A high snap. He'll pull it down. Cyrus Jones stands at the 20, says fair catch, and he'll make the grab right there. And Alabama will be going to work 1st and 10 after a punt of 49 yards and no return. So this will be a huge possession right here if Alabama can put some points on the board. Numbers, Derrick Henry, 7 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown. Of course, he came into the ball game at 665 yards through the ball games to this point, averaging 5.5 a carry. He'll get a breather here. Kenyon Drake is in.
Bama very machine-like so far, and you'd think that it's all Derrick Henry here, but this might be a shot for Lane Kiffin at some point in these next few plays.
Ryan Kelly with his quarterback and running back in the pistol formation. Snaps it. Here's the give. Kenyon Drake, nothing to the near side. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Cannot. Deshaun Hall, the defensive end who we talked of earlier, came shooting through. The play will lose a couple of yards pending the official spot. It'll be a 2nd down and 11. Let's call it just a 1 yard loss.
That's what John Chavis tries to do. He goes for those negative yardage plays to get you behind the stick. That time Deshaun Hall was able to get penetration and stop Kenyon Drake from even reaching the line of scrimmage.
Brandon Green checks in for the Tide. He'll play on the offensive front. Play clock at 9. 2 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Kenyon Drake to the right of his quarterback. Motion, Ardarius Stewart. They fake it to him, give it to Kenyon Drake, and he is taken down in the backfield. That time they anticipated the play. Zaycoven Henderson, the sophomore from Longview, Texas, came shooting right by. And this time, the A&M defense ramping it up as they've got Bama backpedaling here, looking at a 3rd and 17.
Yeah, Bama allowed penetration on the 1st down play and then tried that tap pass there. And again, A&M able to penetrate the offensive line for Alabama, now staring at a 3rd and 17.
Bama nothing of 1 in third down conversions. Here is the 3rd and 17. Coker looks left, tries to tip it away, and it's knocked down, nearly intercepted by Myles Garrett, the defensive end on the left side. So in that series of downs, we have heard from Garrett and Deshaun Hall as Alabama loses 7 yards and then has to go 3 and out, punting it away here with J.K. Scott checking in.
Yeah, Bama tried to make a conservative call there on the screen pass, and with Myles Garrett, you have to be so secure with the football to try to maneuver it around him. He's an excellent athlete.
First punt, 37 yards. This one sends Christian Kirk backpedaling to his own 30. He's got time, though. He goes far side. There's going to be a flag on the play as he is taken down at the 35-yard line. A 56-yard punt by J.K. Scott, plus a penalty, hopefully, that'll push the Aggies even further back. That was the second longest punt of the year for J.K. to the 58-yarder against the Hogs.
During the return, there's no foul for illegal block in the back. First out.
There is no foul for illegal block in the back, as you heard from referee Matt Austin. You wonder where the flag came from.
Yeah, he picked up the flag after it happened right in front of the face of the line judge there.
Apparently caught him in the shoulder. At least that's what the video seems to indicate. So it'll be a 1st and 10 Aggies from their own 35.
Now, this is a big sequence here, Eli, because Alabama had a chance to go up by 3 scores, let that opportunity slip away, and now with a 14-0 lead, A&M at their own 35.
The give to Kaysen. He'll go far side, runs over a Bama defender, but gets to the 40. Geno Matias-Smith stayed with Carson and got him down to the ground after a pickup of 5 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 5 for the Aggies. 2:39 to go in the opening quarter. Bama leads 14-0. 5 wide receivers, an empty backfield. Trey Carson is in the formation. He's wide to the left side, the running back. Quarterback alone in the backfield. Bama trying to bring men across. The ball across the middle, off the shoulder of Ricky Seals-Jones. Incomplete at the 45-yard line. It was there. He was open. Would have had the first down, but he couldn't make the grab. And Bama couldn't play it off the deflect either. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 upcoming.
Yeah, that was not an accurate throw at all by Kyle Allen, way out in front of Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's 6'5", 235 pounds, so that's almost a complete miss by the quarterback.
Aggies nothing of 3 in 3rd down conversions. Play action fake. He looks right. Man wide open. Catch is made. That's Christian Kirk down the right sideline. Steps out at the 40-yard line and a 1st down for Texas A&M.
The Alabama got rubbed there in the back end, meaning that there was not necessarily a pick play, but there's a lot of traffic there. The Alabama defense caught inside in the wash, and Christian Kirk wide open on the sideline.
20-yard pickup. Now the snap. Play action fake again. Quarterback under pressure. Throws it away to the far side. Looking for Kwame Etwi, who was in a tailback that time. But with Jaron Reed and Dalvin Tomlinson coming in, he just threw it away. It'll be incomplete.
Well, that inside pressure, when Bama can puncture the pocket, it really makes a quarterback like Kyle Allen uncomfortable. There's been several times where he's just simply had to throw the ball away.
Ashawn Robinson is in. Here's the handoff to Etwi. He'll go far side, gets sandwiched as he cuts inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Bama came through with Ashawn Robinson. He had to replace Dalvin Tomlinson, who lost his helmet on the previous play, and Ronnie Harrison both in on the stop. Here again is a 3rd down and 6. Aggies 1 of 4 in 3rd down conversions. 3 wides to the right, 1 to the near side. Carson back at tailback. Out of the shotgun. Quarterback on the far hash mark. Gets the snap, loads up off his back foot, throws, knocked away by Alabama. It was a great play by Reuben Foster, reaching over in front of the intended receiver at the 20-yard line with pressure by the Tides. Tim Williams on the quarterback, and it's going to be a 4th down. Great D by Alabama.
Yeah, extremely dangerous pass there by Kyle Allen.
And he was off his back foot.
It should have actually been intercepted there by Alabama in terms of the volume of defenders. There were 3 Alabama players around the Aggie receiver that was going down the middle of the field.
Here's a field goal try of 54 yards. Taylor Bertolette. 1 of 1 from this distance, and they whistle before the play.
Texas A&M.
And timeout for Texas A&M. It is going to be their first. So the Aggies will take timeout. So again, the snapper is Fry, the holder is McQueen. And let's see if they do try for this here, or if maybe there is something up the sleeve on a 4th down and 6. It'll be a 54-yard try. Again, Connor McQueen is the holder. Bertolette. Low snap. McQueen digs it up. Bertolette does not get a good kick away, but it manages to get through for the field goal. It was a low snap. It was spotted very, very poorly, but Bertolette managed to get that one to kind of helicopter its way through, and the Aggies are on the board with a 54-yard field goal.
Well, give Bertolette credit there. That was definitely a low snap, and he was able to keep his focus, his concentration, and he drilled that one.
So the Brombergs' Rolex scoring drive, 7 plays, 29 yards, 1 minute and 42 seconds. Timeout on the field. It's Bama 14, the Aggies 3. Damian Harris and Richard Mullaney are deep to field the kickoff from Bertolette. It bounces. Damian takes it at the 20, cuts to the near side 25, cuts back inside to the 30, and rumbles forward to the 32, if not the 33-yard line. So a 19-yard run back by Damian Harris.
That was dangerous there. That ball was put high in the air, and it came down and hit the ground and fortunately bounced right into the arms of Damian Harris, and then he did a nice job getting it upfield, and Alabama with good field position here.
1 minute 5 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Alabama leads 14-3. Here comes the Tide off the near sidelines, led by their center Ryan Kelly. He'll stand, flanked by Ross Pierce-Baker and Alphonse Taylor, Cam Robinson and Dominic Jackson. They'll now all dig in. Quarterback Coker will be under his center. Single setback with 7 on the play clock. Here's the fake toss to Derek. Near side wide open. Catch made by the tight end. And near side, O.J. Howard rumbles into Aggie territory to the 45-yard line. They all sold out that time. Looking at Derek Henry, they faked the toss, and O.J. goes 24 yards.
Well, Alabama had run that toss to the right a couple of times. This time they faked it to the left, put Coker to his throwing arm side, and it's good to see O.J. Howard make a catch and run.
Ridley and Mullaney wide to the left side, or Darius Stewart to the right. And now timeout, A&M. They didn't like something they saw.
Timeout, Texas A&M. The second timeout of the half.
So the Aggies take time. It'll be their second, and they're down to just 1 remaining in this first half of play. The Tide has the football, 1st and 10 from the Aggie 44-yard line. After that, Derek Henry fake and the reception by O.J. Howard. Working out of the pistol formation with Derek Henry behind his quarterback. Wideouts either way. They fake the give to Derek. Pressure on Coker. He'll throw down the near sideline, incomplete at the 30. He was looking for a receiver on the near sideline, but Myles Garrett came through and got in on the quarterback, who had to run for his life. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and that's been fairly consistent with Alabama over the last couple of years with Lane Kiffin. You get a 1st down on the plus side of the field, they're going to play fake and take a shot, and that's what they tried to do there, but the pressure too great from Myles Garrett.
3 wides going left. Stewart, Ridley, and Mullaney. In the pistol, Derek Henry gets the handoff off a Pierce-Baker block. Henry into the secondary. Henry to the outside 30, 25, and he's taken down by the last man to stop him at the 20-yard line. Pierce-Baker and Kelly threw a great block at the point of the attack. Derek Henry got free, and 1 man back finally makes the play. A 24-yard gainer by Derek Henry, who is now at 150 yards rushing today. Now in the pistol formation. Snap, give, Derek Henry up the middle, big hole, he's into the secondary, he's down to the 6-yard line. Ryan Kelly moved everybody out of the neighborhood. Wow. as they say in these parts, giddy up. And the quarter comes to an end.
El Tractorcito getting plenty of airtime on the Spanish radio network of the Texas A&M
I wonder
Aggies.
how you say. I wonder how Mr. Almaguer is saying giddy up. I'm not sure. One period complete. Bama leading 14-3 and knocking on the door again from College Station, Texas. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Here now the fifth play of the drive as we begin the second quarter. First and goal from the 6. Mullaney heads to the far side. Bama working at the end zone to our left. Derrick Henry, nothing up the middle. Comes to the near side. He'll wander towards the goal line. He is in. Touchdown, Alabama. Touchdown. He ran over Nick Harvey at about the 2 and just wandered on in for pay dirt. My goodness gracious. Second touchdown of the day. That's another 6 yards. The guy's at 160 yards in a quarter and a play.
And Alabama on the verge of outscoring the Aggies 80-3 over the last 5 quarters of action.
Now the extra point try by Adam Griffith. Out of the snap of Cole Mazza, the hold of Cooper Bateman. And he continues to be perfect. Our boss, Jim Carabin, reminded me during the break, and it was a good point. He said, in the first quarter coming into this ball game, the Aggies had outscored their opponents 63-20. Today, Bama just running roughshod over the Aggies. 1 period down, plus 1 play. 21-3 for the good guys here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. After another touchback by Adam Griffith, the Aggies now going to work first and 10. And the 25. A toss goes nowhere on the option. Kyle Allen unloads to James White, and Reggie Ragland was right there to put the hit on him after maybe a 1-yard gain. Second time we've seen the true option look from the Aggies today.
Yeah, they'll run a lead option to the weak side of the field. They've tried a couple times to no avail. Alabama just mirroring that movement. Reggie Ragland, a big-time hit.
Now here's the counter play. They give it going the other way. Nothing there as Reuben Foster gets Trey Carson after taking a 1 step this way and reversing back the other way, and Bama was not fooled at all. It's going to be a 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Aggies now. Mired back in their own zone at their own 28-yard line. Crimson Tide just doing a great job off of film study. Now the quarterback throws near side. Flag is down. It is caught by Christian Kirk as he steps out at the 50-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
Bama had 12 on the field, Eli. A little lackadaisical getting off to the sideline, and a Bama defender got caught a yard from the sideline.
You had Humphrey Jackson.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12th player failed to get off the field. Penalties declined. Play results in a first down.
No, big first down play out to midfield. It'll be a 18-yard gain for Texas A&M. Alabama leads 21-3 early second quarter here in College Station. Now with 2 wides either way. Quarterback in the shotgun. Kyle Allen, there's somebody moving. Prior to the snap, it'll be the first flag of the day on the
Prior
Aggies.
to the snap, false start. 74 offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Jermaine Ifedi, the defensive tackle from Houston, Texas. Again, the first flag of the day on Texas A&M, so they get back 5 of those yards. It'll be a first down and 15. Again, 2 wides either way. Kyle Allen working out of the shotgun. He's got Carson a step behind him. Now he goes in motion to the far side. Empty backfield, the snap. Allen looks near side, throws, caught up high, inside the 35, spinning away as Josh Reynolds, and gets down to the 32-yard line. He skies for that one at 6'4", 195 with great jumping ability. Pulled that one down, a nice pickup of 18 more for the Aggies. Here now a first and 10 from the 32-yard line. Again, Kyle Allen on the delayed give. Nothing there that time, getting to the 30. No more. About a yard gain before Jaron Reed makes the stop on the tailback.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds is like a basketball player on the right side as a receiver. 6'4", very long arms. And Bama was in a 2-deep shell there, so he found that hole between the rolled-up corner and the deep safety, and Kyle Allen threw it up high where he could go get it.
Carson is wide right now, empty backfield. Here's Allen looking, looks left. Everybody's covered. He's flushed in the pocket. Now he can run, but he elects to throw, and it's a one-hopper incomplete to the 15-yard line, looking for Christian Kirk. Incomplete on a one-bouncer to the 15-yard line. Jaron Reed and Ryan Anderson were the guys who came in and put pressure on Kyle Allen. Remember, he has run positively for 203 yards this year, so you can't just totally forget about him. Now on third down, they are 1 of 5 this afternoon. Here's a third down and 8 play for the Aggies. Backfield pressure. They set up the screen. Bama sees it. Here comes the defense, and Cyrus Jones is there to put the kibosh on that play back at the 33-yard line. He had his eyes on Trey Carson all the way, and that screen fooled nobody.
Yeah, give credit to Cyrus Jones. He sniffed that out, made the reaction, and then had a textbook tackle on Trey Carson.
And here comes Taylor Bertolette. He hit a 54-yard field goal earlier. This one will be a 51-yard try, pending exactly where they put it, 52. It'll be a 52. Now, you got to watch a fake here. You can never discount that. The snap, the spot, the kick on the way. It is end over end, and it is good again. Man, both of those have looked like Tom Stipe sand wedges, but somehow they've had the leg to make it good. A 52-yard field goal by Taylor Bertolette. And the Aggies have their second score of the day. It's Bama 21, Texas A&M 6. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
And they're up 21-6, but the Aggies hanging around with a couple of field goals, hoping to create a turnover or somehow create a situation for a short field by getting a stop defensively. Alabama's just got to keep feeding the beast, and that's Derrick Henry. Indeed. 159 yards already early in the second quarter.
The wind blows the football off the tee. Taylor Bertolette will reset it. Alabama with Damian Harris deep across the way and Richard Mullaney deep to the near side as we look at it. Bertolette is ready. The ball is reset. And the kick. This one's got tons of leg, and that one's going to come down near Lubbock. And it's a touchback.
Is Lubbock that direction, or is that Navasota?
Well, that could be Navasota, but, Lubbock has a better on-air impact. Somebody making the play over there on the... I didn't go to geography either. That and math were the two classes I skipped darn near every day.
Well, I know you went to your philosophy class, and philosophy would say, hand the ball to Derrick Henry.
Exactly.
Again, and again.
Except Kenyon Drake is in the ball game right now. I've got to give him some playing time. All right, here we go. Bama sends Calvin Ridley wide to the far side. Alabama 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 11:59 remaining in the opening half. The Tide leads 21-6. Coker lifts his leg, gets the snap, but there's a whistle before the snap. Hale Henches.
Prior to the snap, false start, 84 offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Yeah, Hale Henches jumped a little bit. The true freshman from Jefferson City, Missouri. It'll be the 4th flag on Bama.
Yeah, false start, just like a negative yardage run.
Yep.
Now, although you don't lose the down, but Alabama now behind the sticks already at 1st and 15. This is where John Chavis likes to be as a defensive coordinator.
Brandon Green checks in. Yep, this is where we've seen both Hall and Garrett come off the edge. Snap to Coker. Kenyon Drake misses a block, but he slows his man down. Coker throws and is hit as he unloads, and it is incomplete across the far side at the 30-yard line. A.J. Hilliard, the man who came in on Coker and rattled his bones at about the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, it was a designed sprint-out pass for Jake Coker, and the route was somewhat disjointed. The timing was never there. He ends up throwing it away.
Now Derrick Henry comes in and joins Kenyon Drake. 2 running backs on the field for Alabama. O.J. Howard going wide to the far side. Joins the wide receiver there. Play clock at 7, 6. Here's the snap. There's the inside give. Nothing for Drake. Bounces off bodies. Goes the other way and falls. He had running room and he tripped on a blade of grass and got to the 22-yard line, no farther. It'll be a 3rd down upcoming and about a dozen for Alabama. That was too bad. Kenyon had running room.
Yeah, he had broken out of the pack, and he saw that green grass in front of him and unfortunately, the turf monster got him. Alabama looking at 3rd and long here.
Bama nothing of 2 in 3rd down conversions today. Here's the 3rd and 12 from their own 23 as the Aggie fans ramp up the sound. 102,000 are here. Bama will audible. Play clock at 3, 2. Coker gets the snap in time. Here comes the drop back. He looks. He loads up right side. Ridley makes the grab, spins on one knee, and gets around the stick for the 1st down. Nicely done by inches. Calvin Ridley, and he and Coker saw that. Coker audibled at the absolute last second. Ridley kept his knee off the ground, pivoted, and picked up the extra yard for the 1st down.
Well, not only does A&M have trouble holding it against the run, but their corners are somewhat suspect, and that time Calvin Ridley was able to run the deep comeback out for the 1st down.
Bama in tight now. 3 wides right, 1 to the near side. There's the quick throw right side, caught by Mullaney. He'll go to the 1st down stick and pick it up at the 48-yard line. So very tight that time, the formation. Lots of clutter on the right side, 1 man wide left. And Mullaney got free before Brandon Williams stopped him, and the 1st down.
Well, Mullaney's been such a valuable asset to this Alabama offense. Just very consistent catching the football.
Again, from the far hash mark, 3 men to the short side of the field. The quick screen caught by Ridley, but he gets run out of the play at the 49-yard line. Still picks up a couple. The nickel back, Donovan Wilson, made the stop. So you got a tight formation, Phil. You're snapping from that hash mark with 3 guys over there. There's not much maneuvering room.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of room for those quick throws, the smoke pass, quick screens, and Calvin Ridley, just not enough real estate to break free.
Here's the 2nd down and 8, Bama from their own 49. The Tide leads 21-6, 10 minutes to go in the half. Coker under pressure, unloads a floating pass near side. Catch is made by Kenyon Drake, but then he's wrestled to the ground, and the play loses back to the 42-yard line. It'll lose 7 as Donovan Wilson and Claude George came up to make the play on Kenyon Drake. And again, Bama looking at 3rd and long. The Tide facing a 3rd down here and about 13.
Well, this is where Alabama's got to be very secure with their protection. Jake Coker, if the read is not there, he's got to get rid of the ball. You don't want to take a sack here or force anything downfield.
Bama 1 of 3 in 3rd down conversions. Mullaney and Coker could not communicate. They come together, they talk. He'll redirect things, Coker will. He'll give on the near side. Running room plenty, but Kenyon Drake is short of the 1st down as he comes to the near sideline and he gets laid out. He gets hit and does not get up. Kenyon Drake got hit and does not get out. The injury is directly in front of the Alabama bench on the near side. A hard hit.
It was a big hit, and Jeff Allen, the trainer, looks as if he's looking at the lower body of Kenyon Drake, even though that hit was around chest high.
And Kenyon is being helped up, but he's got his arms draped around the trainers. Oh, gosh, I hope this isn't another knee injury. Kenyon, of course, that broken leg, not a knee injury, but a broken leg against Ole Miss in Game 5 last year, and he is coming to the near side. They're taking him to the table and putting up that tent. So a bit of an injury timeout. Brought to you by the Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center, the official sports medicine provider for the Crimson Tide football team. Time for a punt from J.K. Scott to Christian Kirk, who is deep. J.K. skies this one. Bama's special teams are there. The ball goes hitting in the end zone by just about a yard and a touchback. A 46-yard punt. He had 45 yards with which to work. Here now the Aggies 1st and 10. After the touchback, starting at their own 20-yard line. Empty backfield. Allen with a quick release. Near side catch by Kirk. He gets to the hash marks and stops at the 25. A pickup of 5 on the play. Reggie Ragland on the tackle. The true freshman, Christian Kirk, out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Lots of playing time ahead of him on the 2nd and 5. Again, here's the give to Trey Carson. He'll try and go laterally. Turns the corner from the 25 to the 27, maybe the 28. Again, Reggie Ragland trips him up. It'll be a 3rd down and a couple upcoming for Texas A&M. They're 2 of 7 in 3rd downs today.
Yeah, Alabama, they're not threatened really when Trey Carson goes sideways like that. Comes up short of the 1st down. Big stop here for Alabama if they can get off the field at 3rd and 2.
3 wides right and 2 left. Kyle Allen alone in the backfield. Bama bringing a man on the edge. Allen looks across the middle. Catch is made by Reynolds. He got a 1st down. He's out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Josh Reynolds open across the middle, and he picks that one up for a 17-yard catch and a 1st down.
Real shallow cross there by Josh Reynolds, moving from the outside right all the way to the middle of the defense. Catches it on the run for the 1st down.
So from their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. They play action fake to Carson, pumping a couple of times and throwing. It's caught at the 45 of Alabama by Christian Kirk down low. A double pump that time by Kyle Allen, allowing Kirk to run his formation.
Yeah, Kirk ran that inside dig route, and Allen was patient there, found him open, and Alabama now A&M crossing into Alabama territory.
Here's Carson on the handoff. Reggie Ragland grabs him, but not before. He'll pick up 7 on the play. As we watch at the same time, Alabama's Kenyon Drake trotting to the locker room.
Reggie Ragland
getting up with a tender ankle. So Kenyon Drake has gone to the locker room, and Reggie Ragland, who is starting to walk off, is met by trainer Jeff Allen at the 40-yard line. And they just take their time right there, and that's one thing Bama can't afford. Injuries, and particularly to a leader, a senior like Reggie. The Bednarik and SEC Defensive Player of the Week for this week just concluded.
Looks like he might
Could
have
be a cramp. Yeah, I'm just looking at that.
Trying to extend or push back the right toe. That's usually a sign that it's a cramp of some kind.
It is a warm day. It is not beastly hot like it was here 2 years ago. And now Reggie being helped to his feet by the trainers. Yeah, looks like a cramp. And as we all know, those things are painful.
Well, A&M trying to go with that up-tempo here on this particular drive. Once they registered that first down, that gets the momentum going for them. Alabama's got to rise up here and get a stop in this high red zone area.
Bama leads 21-6. 7:31 remaining until halftime. Kyle Allen, the quarterback. As a running back, in motion to the far side. Pressure off the edge. The man in motion is wide open and drops the football. Kwame Etwe was wide open. Reuben Foster hadn't even gotten there yet, but he was coming, and Etwe dropped the football on the outside.
He was open, Eli, because Alabama brought their corner from that weak side, and that voided an area, and the runner thought he had some room to operate with, took his eye off the ball, and Etwe dropped it in the flat.
Aggies 3 of 8 in 3rd down conversions. Here's a 3rd and 5 play now. Snapping it from the Bama 40. They need the 35. And
timeout, Alabama. Their first timeout of the half.
You hear from referee Matt Austin that the Crimson Tide will take a timeout, and they'll talk things over. Reggie Ragland back on the field for Alabama. That's great news. Probably was just a cramp.
And that's one reason they may have taken the timeout as well, because that allows Reggie Ragland the opportunity to get back on the field where ordinarily he would have to sit out a play.
Here's a 3rd and 5 for the Aggies from the Bama 40. Shadows creeping out towards the far hash mark off the far side of the field. Allen alone in the backfield. Has time. Here's pressure coming up. He'll step up. He escapes and throws a sidearmer. Caught for a 1st down. Ricky Seals-Jones at the 30. Came to the rescue of his quarterback, who unloaded with a sidearm throw and a 1st down for Texas A&M.
I'll give Allen credit there. He was nimble enough in the pocket and kept his eyes upfield and was able to find Ricky Seals-Jones late in the down.
Now from the Bama 30, 1st and 10. Empty backfield, 3 wides left, 2 to the right. Quarterback pumps, pulls it down, throws, intercepted Alabama. The second of the day, taken by Eddie Jackson. He's back to the 25-30. He has blocking to the 40. He's down the near sideline. He's to the 40. He's to the 35. He cuts inside, back to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Pick six! Another pick six. The second of the day for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Eddie Jackson.
Well, Kyle Allen got greedy. He tried to shove the ball up the field. He overshot his man, and Eddie Jackson from that free safety position playing center field goes over, makes the grab, and then does his best impersonation of Derrick Henry as he weaved and wandered all the way back for the score, Mr. Gold.
There are flags for celebration, but Bama will, I assume, on us up here in the broadcast booth, because we were dancing around as much as anybody else was. You've never seen me uncork those moves, have you, Philbert?
Well, what a run back.
You thought the stadium was rocking before. You should have felt it when I started dancing.
Yeah, and this crowd does not get the Eli Gold warning like
they
we do.
You saw me get up. Be careful, the broadcast booth will sway when Eli starts dancing. That'll be a 93-yard pick six.
Well, Texas A&M was...
The previous ruling on the touchdown is under further review.
Well, they're going to check. He got near the sideline at around the 20 or 25-yard line. I will tell you that. Did he step out? I don't know. When he did a cutback move at around the 25-yard line, there was no beanbag thrown. Then, well, let's wait and see. We're watching a replay here. You can't tell. He's at the 40 on the replay. We're watching a sideline shot. He is inbounds, still inbounds. And it looks to me as though it's good. He got real close, but I still see dark green between the foot and the boundary. So the dark green grass and the white boundary, there's at least 3 or 4 inches.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown. Following the score, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of
Easy
Alabama.
confirmation.
A 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
And the unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown. But the pick six, 93 yards, will stand. Eddie Jackson, the junior from Lauderdale Lakes, Florida. And the extra point by Adam Griffith. Got it. Wow. What a turn of events right there. Bama on top 28-6, the second pick six of the day.
Yeah, Texas A&M had aspirations to draw this game to 21-13. Instead, Eddie Jackson interrupts their plans, takes it back 93 yards, and Alabama up 28-6 midway through the second quarter.
Young Christopher, it's not often you see 2 pick sixes in a ball game.
No, you don't. I really think the wind is about to become a factor, Eli, because all the air just got sucked out of this place in a hurry.
All right, 6:28 remaining in the half. Alabama leads 28-6. Christian Kirk is deep to field the kick. It is a short kick. Kirk comes from the 10 to the 20 to the 30, dancing around, hit at the 35. Of course, that kick a bit short because of the penalty that was added on after that touchdown. Maurice Smith on special teams. It wasn't really a short kick, just ended up on the shorter end of the field because of that penalty. So Maurice Smith makes the tackle, and the Aggies have decent field position now, starting at their own 35-yard line. 6:20 to go until halftime, and the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report coming up in just a bit. Wide to the far side. Two wides to the near side as well. Damian Ratley, we've not heard his name yet today. He's out there. Man in motion, Carson, as they look for a man across the middle. And it's incomplete, and Alabama nearly with another pick. Boone Niederhofer The wide receiver was in the vicinity, but so too was Alabama.
Yeah, and Kyle Allen right now having some trouble finding the home plate, Eli. That time he threw that ball upfield, and the receiver was not expecting it, really offline there.
Here now the fake give to Carson, and the quarterback option. He is taken down for a sack. The quarterback option, and Jonathan Allen wasn't fooled one iota. He saw that Carson had not gotten the handoff, and that's going to be the second sack of the ball game, both by Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, that's a zone read play, and he didn't give it. He kept it himself, and Jonathan Allen just gobbled it up.
Aggies 4 of 9 in third down conversions. Play action fake to Speedy Noyle, then the unload to Carson. That play is complete, but it loses even more yardage back to the 30. And the Aggies are in reverse. That was Tim Williams who pressured the quarterback, forcing that play to be unloaded, and nobody bought that first fake. And they just keyed on Trey Carson.
I tell you, people have been very critical of Nick Saban and Kirby Smart over the years, talking about their struggles with the spread offense. They're dialed in today. They have a very good handle on what A&M is trying to achieve.
Here now a punt, fourth of the day. It is not a great punt. Cyrus Jones comes up, 25, makes the grab, dancing around a man to the 30, gets to the near sideline, 35, head fake, and steps out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It was not a pretty punt by Drew Kaiser. There is a flag down along the near sideline at the 32. We'll hear from referee Matt Austin. That's where Cyrus did a couple of dances and got around a couple of men. I didn't see a block in the back, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. We'll wait and hear from Matt Austin.
During the return, targeting, number 20 of the receiving team. 15-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down.
Targeting.
The ruling of targeting is under further review.
On the kick receiving team. So Alabama being called for a targeting, and I didn't see that at all. Yeah, I didn't see Sean Dion Hamilton do anything. But again, I was watching the football, so it doesn't mean. And now Coach Saban being explained to on the sideline. We're watching the replay. Well, yeah, he did. It was behind the play, which is why I didn't see it initially. It was behind the play, but Sean lowered his head and came in with the crown of the helmet, unfortunately. So he's going to be gone for the rest of the day. He will be able to play next week. He'll have to sit out from here through the end of this game.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Number 20 is disqualified.
Sean Dion Hamilton ejected with a targeting call. He is gone from now through the end of the game. He will be back to play against Tennessee a weekend from now. That's too bad. And again, Phil, the thing I hate, it was way behind the play.
It was behind the play. It didn't impact anything. And of course, he gets his well wishes from his teammates as he's escorted now back to the Alabama locker room.
Yeah, Sean Dion Hamilton trotting to the locker room. The Bama fans giving him a nice round of applause. That was one of those deals that you just hate to see. It wasn't necessary, but it happened. And, of course, the penalty will take away that great run back and move the ball back to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Cyrus had some air there, and he created some of that space with his feet.
4:59 remaining until halftime. Bama leads 28-6. Coker under center. Here's the toss. Derrick Henry behind the blocking. He comes to the near side and gets a yard to the 18. He followed Ross Piercebaker, but everybody came with him to the short side of the field, and that running alley got evaporated in a hurry.
I tell you, from a Texas A&M standpoint, if this whole score holds up to the half, they're going to go and say, hey, 2 pick sixes, this game should be 14-9, let's keep battling. But right now, Alabama could put the proverbial knife in with a score here before the half.
Remember, Kenyon Drake is in the locker room. The backup now is Damian Harris. Here's the snap. Coker in the shotgun. Pressure from behind. Flag on the play. It's a hold on Alabama. It'll be a hold on Cam Robinson, who grabbed the man as he came by, and he still got to the quarterback. And this will be full speed reverse for Alabama right here.
And both these offenses having trouble against these defenses right now in the latter stages of the second quarter.
Good penetration
Holding
by
offense 74. Penalties decline. Third down.
Myles Garrett was coming through, and Cam just reached out to grab him. Alabama 1 of 4 in third down conversions. Here's a 3rd and 15 from their own 12. Give to Derrick Henry. He'll go into the middle of the field at the 15, picks up 3. Zakoven Henderson was there to stop him down low, and Alabama will punt it away here with 3:53 remaining. It'll be the 4th punt of the day for J.K. Scott, who's averaging 46 yards per. Alabama in no rush. They will use up as much clock as they can.
Yeah, I like that call by the Alabama staff. They keep it on the ground, very conservative, but that clock continues to wind and no risk of a turnover there.
Christian Kirk standing back at his own 43-yard line. Play clock winding down. 3, 2, 1. Now the snap. Pressure. And J.K. gets that one away. A nice spiraling punt. Here's Kirk. Back to the 33. Dances around 2 men. Dances around another. Goes to the far sideline. Spins to the sideline. 50. He's down the left sideline. 40. There's nobody back for Alabama. Touchdown, Texas A&M. .68 yards on the punt return for a touchdown, his 2nd of the season. And that one was big for the Aggies. It makes it 28-12 Alabama.
Yeah, and that's what he does, Eli. He's got exceptional quickness, lateral agility, and once he made that first defender miss, the wall was there. Well executed by A&M, and Alabama can't shake the Aggies here, up 28-12 pending this extra point.
Bertolette at the uprights to our right. The snap and spotter there, and the extra point is up and good. So Alabama's lead is now 28-13. Still a nice lead. But that Bromberg's Rolex scoring play, a 68-yard punt return for a touchdown by Christian Kirk. And we told you coming on the air, he is the #1 return man in the Southeastern Conference. And there's a reason why. But you're right. I think in the live play-by-play, I said he spun away from 3 different men. And by then, there was no chance of catching him.
Yeah, he's a water bug out in the open field. And Alabama just got pinned in as that wall was created, and that was a waltz to the Texas A&M end zone for Christian Kirk. But Eli, right now, 3:03 left. Alabama in position. They got to get this offense back in gear, but certainly enough time to continue to try to run the ball.
Yep.
With Derrick Henry, who's had a record-setting day for himself.
11 carries, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns for Derrick, and that was through basically 1 quarter and 1 play. I think he's had a carry here. But again, Kenyon Drake is in the locker room, so Derrick Henry is going to have to be the man with help
and
Harris.
Bama's got to be careful here of some sort of surprise onside kick because of the fact that Alabama gets the ball first for the second half as well.
We'll check in with Chris Stewart right after this play as Bertolette kicks it away. It goes far side and takes a kick into the end zone off of Damian. He has to bring it out. Damian Harris to the 7-8 line, and Alabama will be starting deep in their own territory. The ball bounced. Damian Harris grabbed it by the hand. It then hit the ground. He kicked it into the end zone. At that point, he had to come out, and it gets to the 8-yard line. Great field position for the not great field position for the Tide here, but they do have the football. Chris, what you got?
Eli, it's bad news getting worse. Our veteran center, Ryan Kelly, just going to the locker room, don't know his status, but back in your own end zone or near it, it's not good to have a new guy making the snaps.
It'll be J.C. Hassenauer, who is the backup center. J.C. is a sophomore, from Woodbury, Minnesota. Not only is he a young man, he has to make a lot of the calls. The snap will be in the shotgun. Hand off Derrick Henry from his 2. He'll work his way out across the 10 to the 11-yard line. So Ryan Kelly to the locker room. J.C. Hassenauer has played in one ball game entering this year. Has appeared in a couple this season. He played in the A&M game last year as a reserve when Bama got up by that gaudy 59-0 score. He was All-State in Minnesota, recruited by the Golden Gophers and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Here now the second down play. Mullaney in motion, and there's a flag. Too many men were in motion. Alabama had a lineman and a receiver in motion. Mullaney seemed to be a little confused there as well. The noise, of course, is a factor now.
Yeah, and of course, the core of Aggies, the band down on the field now. So Alabama right up against those khaki-colored uniforms. And J.C. Hassenauer's got to keep his real focus here and be precise with these snaps.
Here's a second down and 10 from their own 8-yard line. The give to Derrick Henry. He'll fight across the 10, back to the 11-yard line. It'll be a third down and about 9 upcoming. Tripped up in the middle by A.J. Hilliard.
A&M's got one timeout left. I would expect this to be a fairly conservative call from Lane Kiffin. A&M likely to use that final timeout and give their punt returner and offense a chance to get their hands on the football one more time.
Bama 1 of 4 in third down conversions. Play clock is at 10 seconds now, so Bama will snap with roughly a minute 27 to go in the half. Alabama leads 28-13. Pistol formation. Again, 2 men in motion for Alabama. The noise is deafening. Another 5-yard penalty.
Well, what a time for your senior starting center to go out. A real tough situation for J.C. Hassenauer to go in.
Again, the noise deafening. You have to work on the silent snap. This is what Nick Saban talks about when Bama is at home, how the fans need to make some noise.
It's hard to replicate this kind of noise in practice, though, because it is deafening.
Third down and 11. Bama with the ball from their own 7. Derrick Henry gets the handoff, comes outside the defensive end, tries to cut back, does for a moment on Myles Garrett, then fights back to the 11-yard line, and he is taken down there. So now the clock at a minute 16 to go, timeout taken by the Aggies. It will be their final timeout of the half. Christian Kirk standing at his own 45-yard line. J.K. will punt from his own goal line. A high spiraling kick. Kirk comes to the near side. Makes the grab at the 32. Stutter step, bounces off his own man and is taken down at the 36-yard line. A 55-yard punt. Great job. And now there's an Aggie down on the field.
Well, that was a well-executed snap and punt by J.K. Scott. He flipped the field, and the Aggies thought they were going to have this ball somewhere around midfield, maybe even the plus side on the Alabama side of things, and instead they'll put it in play at their own 36.
Well, there are 2 number 11s on the Aggie roster, and one of the 2 is down injured. It's either Josh Reynolds or Josh Walker.
Yeah, that's going to be Walker, Eli, because Reynolds is not part of the punt team.
I wouldn't expect as a great wide receiver. Walker is the middle linebacker. So he is down on his back at the 42-yard line of Alabama. And everybody, of course, watching and waiting for the A&M training staff to work with him. If you're just joining us, Bama has 2 pick sixes today. Only the second time in history Alabama has had 2 pick sixes in the same game.
Of course, the first was by Minka Fitzpatrick, and the second was by Eddie Jackson. And this has been a game of big plays and non-offensive touchdowns. Alabama with their 39th and 40th scores under Nick Saban of that kind of variety, and A&M getting one of their own from Christian Kirk.
Bama has lost for the moment to injury Kenyon Drake and Ryan Kelly. They have lost to a targeting penalty Sean Dion Hamilton. And Walker being helped to his feet now, but he is putting no pressure at all on his right leg. He is just dragging it. You know that look when he's got his arms around the trainer and just dragging the one leg. He is stepping on the other, but no weight at all on the right. That's unfortunate to see. You know, it doesn't matter what color the guy is wearing. Maroon in this case or whatever. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. Josh Walker, a sophomore from Gilmer, Texas, had a broken foot and missed the last 2 games of last season. Gets a nice hand from the fans as he is helped off to the far sideline where the Aggie bench is. So here's the situation. Texas A&M out of timeouts. We're coming to halftime. 1:04 remains in the opening half. Bama leads 28-13. Texas A&M will start at their own 36-yard line. Again, we're coming to halftime.
They've got 5-6 plays that they can run here if they work the chains, meaning throwing the ball beyond the first down markers or the sidelines. So Bama's got to hold up here for 5 or 6 snaps.
Man in motion, they give the handoff. Taking it is Christian Kirk. He'll turn the corner far side, and he gets a first down across the 46 to the 47-yard line. Marlon Humphrey and others there to make the stop. Yeah, clocks continue to run.
If you're going to run the ball, you got to get it beyond the sticks, and that's what Kirk did. Clock stops momentarily, then winds.
Now, here's Kyler Murray, the quarterback. Throws near side, down low. Christian Kirk makes the grab, seated at the 47-yard line.
Thank goodness he did. They would have been better off for him to have dropped that ball or it come up short because the clock continues to wind. Almost a short hop throw by Kyler Murray.
So Kyler Murray in at quarterback drops the snap. He'll pick it up and takes a seat, wisely so, at his own 48-yard line. Clock on the move, 18, 17, 16. Why bring in a stone-cold quarterback in the final minute of the first half? 9 seconds, 8, 7. Kyler gets the snap. Murray looks left. Murray throws, catch is made. Speedy Noyle steps out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And now with 4 seconds to go. Maybe that's why they brought in Kyler Murray.
Well, he threw a strike there, and that was a far wide side of the field throw, and it puts A&M in position to have Tyler Bertolette try a 55-yard field goal as the gun will expire this first half.
It'll match his career high of 55 against Mississippi State earlier this year. He is hit today from 54 and 52 off the far hash mark. Snap. Bit high, but it's pulled down. Kick is not going to go. This one is short and ugly. It is short and wide, and the half will come to a close. So it is halftime here at Kyle Field in College Station. Alabama leads Texas A&M 28-13. Don't forget now, Chris getting set to stand by with Coach Nick Saban. It'll be our halftime interview brought to you by Golden Flake Snack Foods. Chris and the coach are in the end zone. Let's head there now. Chris?
Coach, your thoughts on the half?
Well, it's kind of a wild half. You know, we scored twice on defense. We got to do a better job of covering them. These guys are very, very explosive. You know, we got tired in the second quarter. Started out great in the first half, controlling the ball. Kind of lost our momentum a little bit on offense here. We got to get that back because we're going to have to keep the ball some to win this game.
Thoughts of Coach Nick Saban. We're going to have to keep the ball some to win this game.
Yeah, and Bama did that beautifully the first quarter. 9 minutes of possession time. Derrick Henry over 150 yards rushing in the first 15 minutes. And then the game seemed to wobble a bit in the second quarter in terms of the specific game plan that Nick Saban wanted to see executed here this afternoon.
So it is halftime here in College Station, Texas. Alabama with a 28-13 lead over the homestanding Aggies of Texas A&M.